This is the best we're gonna get it. I actually can't right now, so. Hello. Huh. Welcome to my channel again. It has been a while. It's been a long time. And I know, I'm always like, oh my god, I'm back. No, I'm not. I'm never really back. It takes me forever to make a video. I have had this video idea boiling for almost probably over a month. And, as you can see, it's been, what, 2 months now? I haven't made any video in a very long time, except for the videos that I was making intermittently during winter break, because I had no other ideas. However, this is an actual topic of discussion, guys. Oh my god. Today we're going to be talking about TikTok's obsession with beauty. Again. So I made this video 2 years ago. I made a TikTok's people's obsession with like beauty, pretty much. I'll put it somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Maybe I don't care that much. But pretty much, I made a video 2 years ago talking about TikTok's obsession with beauty. And once again, you've come full circle. Once again, talking about TikTok's obsession with beauty. And please don't look at all that stuff right here. I am trying to get my life together. This semester in school is really not treating me well, so please don't make fun of me. Today we're going to be talking about TikTok's beauty. So today we're going to be talking about Today we're going to be talking about TikTok's obsession with beauty, and just kind of all the trends I have been seeing and that have been popping up and all that stuff. I moved that stuff out of the way because I just didn't like how it looked. Anyways, first thing I want to talk about is plastic surgery and like the Sephora 10-year-old trend thing that was happening, and it's still kind of being talked about, but it's fizzled out. Pretty much, if you guys haven't already seen it, people have been seeing this particular plastic surgeon on TikTok by the name of Mr. Kim on TikTok, and he does plastic surgery. It seems to be with people in like their later years. But the work he does is terrifying. Like, they look scary. Like, they really do. Like, they look scary. They don't look... After the facelift, they don't look normal. They do not look normal. They look abnormal. They look very uncanny to some. Too many, actually. And I find it to be really crazy that the work that they do is their typical. Like, it isn't just like, oh, they did a couple bad face jobs, you know, but like the rest of everything else looks really normal. No, like, this is like his repertoire. Like, this is his technique. This is how he does his work. And it's really strange and off-putting to watch these videos and watch the transformations. I don't know if these people are really happy about how they look, or if it's just like, because they look in pain. Some of the videos, like, you can see they're literally like trembling. Like, I don't know if they're happy. Maybe they are. Maybe that's how they wanted to look. However, there was one notable video. I have multiple of them. I'm gonna put them somewhere. Interject somewhere in this video to put the different clips that he has of the different patients that he did. And people were like, wow, that's really strange. But yeah, people found that to be kind of weird that but the thing is about beauty with that was that it was just kind of like a thing, people in their older years trying to get a rejuvenated look, and it didn't come out looking that way. So it was just kind of like, no one was trying to get this done. Like, this was not a trend on TikTok that all the young people were trying to do. It was just someone who came upon everyone's For You page, and everyone wanted to get something, and everyone wanted to look at this video and be like, that's strange, right? But the other thing I want to talk about concerning that was the Sephora 10-year-olds. I know that's not a correlation, like, that's not a good way to transition. However, I don't care what you think of my transitions. However, the TikTok Sephora 10-year-olds. Personally, I don't go to Sephora all that much, but of the times that I have went, I haven't had to deal with or see a lot of young, middle-aged, and younger children being in Sephora trying to get the elephant stuff and all those different items. And I'm sorry if I sound sick. I'm going through the final phases of a cold. I think usually I always get like the sniffles of cold when the seasons are changing from winter into spring for some reason. I don't have allergies, but I always seem to get a little bit sniffly during that transition period. But anyways, off topic. Pretty much, people were talking about the Sephora 10-year-olds because of not only the fact that they're getting products that are not for their skin, because at that point in their lives, especially being 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, you haven't hit that age where like you're getting all those hormonal changes, so your skin is pretty much perfect, like pristine, the most pristine it'll be for the rest of your life. And they're getting these products that have retinol and these acids in it that teenagers who have acne prone skin and adults who have skin that may be oily or wrinkles and stuff like that, who need those products or who want to use those products, of course not need them, but who want to use them to reverse or undo or there's certain things. These little kids, these little girls are getting these items that they don't need because they're too young and their skin is so good, and now they're ruining their skin barrier that's literally perfect, the most perfect it'll be for the rest of their lives, and they're ruining it with these really harsh chemicals that are in these makeup products. And like, it's just like, when we were growing up, Sephora, I didn't even know Sephora existed. Like, I really didn't. And it was kind of like you would get those little makeup kits that came with a little lip gloss and the really weird thing that you could put the eyeliner, like the eyeshadow on and all that different stuff. But like, now they're like, pretty much the preteen stage does not exist anymore. As soon as you hit 13, pretty much you skip preteen and you just kind of jump into teenagehood. And it's like a way easier transition because of the use of internet, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and tutorials and all that different stuff. So being awkward now isn't, of course it's still common. Like, you see a lot of awkward little kids. It's not like everyone is walking out here with drip and all that different stuff. But more and more we see that this phase is literally dropping off the face of the planet just because of how accessible all this different stuff is. However, another big thing was how these kids are just so rude. They're so mean. And like, they'll go to these stores, they'll ask these employees like, oh, do you have Drunk Elephant, or do you have this, that, and the third, or do you have Fenty, stuff like that. And they're wanting facial scrubs, they're wanting face creams and stuff like that. Maybe the parents don't let them wear makeup, but they're wanting these creams and these little like facial thingies. But they'll ask for them, or they'll be in the store and be so rude to everybody around them who also wants that product. And everyone was just like, they're so mean for like actually no reason. Like, workers will be like, yeah, they'll come into the store and they'll ask for these items, but they'll be so mean and blunt about it. Like, it won't be like, oh, can you help me find so-and-so? They'll be like, do you have this? No, you don't. Why not? Like, just really, yeah, right? Okay. Because if you've seen it, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, just they're really rude, and they're just getting stuff that they don't need right now, and that they won't need for a couple more years, if at all, depending on how their skin type is. But being that they're using these harsh things, it could be ruining their skin barrier, and they might need more of it when they get older. We don't know. We'll have to see when those hormonal changes happen and what happens to their skin. But other than that, yeah. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about. This is the big thing with the beauty confirmation and the obsession with beauty on TikTok. So the different filters, look maxing, cancel tilt, and just all those different trends, not just those, but you know, just the whole overarching theme of like looks maxi and all that different stuff. Mogging too. Mogging is a big one. But what I want to say about those is that they're funny trends. Like they're not bad, but they can be harmful. Because of course some of the videos are jokes, they're memes. Like mogging is a meme. Looks maxing has been turned into a meme, but it's still like genuine videos on YouTube and stuff like that, telling people how to looks max, how to change your canthal tilt, how to have a golden ratio face, how to change your different proportions, what you should change in your face in order to look perfect, more conventionally attractive to the average person, next to the average person. Because pretty much what I have noticed, and what a lot of other people have noticed on YouTube and on the TikTok space and stuff like that, is that being average isn't okay anymore. And of course there's a lot of average looking people out there, so of course it's still common. It's not like people are getting stoned in the streets for being average looking. But on TikTok and on Instagram and those spaces, being average looking, or just being kind of like not super conventionally attractive, makes for a very undesirable comment section. Of course, but when people start seeing like the unnecessary hate, they'll go into the comments and be like, guys, what are you doing? And then kind of like those mean comments will get drowned out and you don't see them once they've reached you, because all the discourse starting to happen. But things like with the hammer and smashing your face with the hammer, like hammer smashing, I forgot what that's called, but bone smashing pretty much, and making tiny fractures in your jawbone or your cheekbones in order for them to heal back in a more refined, better looking, proportional way. So like, of course there's no science behind this where they're telling you hit here, hit here, hit here 3 to 5 times every 3 weeks and it'll work. There's not much science, if at all, behind this that I know of.
Yo, it's just so simple. All you gotta do to look absolutely fabulous is smash your bones with a hammer. Please don't do that. It was a joke, or rather, I'm telling you not to do it because this is not a joke, or because this old trend of bone smashing, it's become popular again, and it still does not work. But according to people who believe in this, you can promote bone growth by subjecting your face to repeated blunt trauma, such as with a hammer. With them saying that it's almost like working out your muscles, except now it's your bones, and you'll end up with a more chiseled look, a wider chin, or a sharper jawline. And advocates of this idea citing Wolff's Law, which notably is a baseless medical theory from the 19th century that suggests bones adapt to stress. But as doctors have told outlets like Vice, while your jaw may look bigger due to inflammation, that's only temporary. Your bones will not grow back harder and stronger, and you may even cause permanent damage by smashing them. Now, I do want to note, it is not exactly clear how much of the bone smashing trend is a joke, but at least some of it does appear to be real. And notably, it is just one facet of a much broader, very real trend known as looks maxing, which, as the name suggests, is when young men try to max out their looks by any means necessary. So that can mean something as simple as eating healthier or taking care of your skin, but it can also just fall into the extremely bizarre. But follow to stay in the loop.
People are just kind of randomly hitting spots on their face and hoping that the healing process will make their face look better and not worse than it was before. Also, give me like 1 second. I actually really want to talk about mogging. Mogging, like, is a meme, pretty much. However, I did see some negative stuff. Like, people will post videos of like an average looking dude beside this really buff, handsome looking guy and be like mogged. And it'll almost be like they're insulting the guy who was not of a better stature as the man beside him, or like a woman beside a fan, like a famous lady beside her. Like, I think I saw a couple of Adriana Lima beside her fans, and she was like mogging them because she looked like more conventionally attractive than her own fans. or people like models beside average celebrities being like, oh, this model mogged Chris Evans or something like that along those lines. And I think it just kind of puts people down, which is just my own personal opinion. Of course, I know is like what's it called? I know it's like a meme and stuff like that, so I'm not butthurt over mogging. Sometimes I think the videos are kind of cool or funny or something like that, or just to see the contrast, I guess. But I think sometimes it does look like they're making fun of people, and I think that also puts insecurity, especially the person that's getting mogged and not the moggee. May look like a very average person, very average guy, gal, and someone could see themselves in that very average guy, gal, and be like, oh, so I'm just ugly. And I think that also contributes a lot to the insecurity and stuff like that. So that's all I want to talk about, though, to add on to the other thing. Guys, I might cry because I got through like 14 minutes of the video, thankfully, with audio. However, for like the next 20 something minutes, or like 10 something minutes, I forgot, but basically the rest of the video was completely silent because my mic went off, but I stopped using it. But my issue was I still had this plugged in, so it pretty much cut all my audio off for the rest of the video. So I'm gonna try and remember what the word I was trying to say for the rest of the video, and try and not look really bored talking about it, because I already put all my passion into the first video. So but pretty much what I was trying to talk about was bone smashing, people getting plastic surgery at a very young age, and it kind of being concerning to plastic surgeons and different things like that, and kind of how with canthal tilt and jaw lines, kind of how someone's jawline might look, or how high their cheekbones are. And pretty much with canthal tilt is kind of just like how my eyes are right now. They look very neutral, but that's I'm a neutral tilt. But if they're lower than that, they're a negative. But if they're higher than that, they're a positive. And a positive canthal tilt is what you want. And if not, at least a neutral tilt. But if you have a negative tilt, it is not good. Pretty much you're cooked.
Your canthal tilt is simply the angle between your inner canthus and your outer canthus. You're supposed to follow your eyeliner to it, and you can already kind of tell that I didn't, so let me fix that. All right, so let's try this. On both sides, just trying to follow the line. It's hard because you can't see the line. Now just using the mirror to fill it in. Oh, that looks really good. I'm gonna have to use this filter every morning from now on.
With your jawbones, well, your cheekbones. If you have high cheekbones and all that different stuff, like, you're good. But if it's like higher and nothing like that, like your face doesn't look right, or like your jawline, if it's not cutthroat, then there's something wrong. But that's obviously not the case, because a lot of people look perfectly fine not having defined cheeks, or there are a lot of famous people that look very good with a negative tilt or very sleepy looking eyes. Not everyone has to have predator eyes or anything like that, or, oh man, bro has prey eyes like he's cooked. Like, come on now.
How attractive is 𝐚𝐮𝐭? 𝐚𝐮 has equal facial thirds, almond hunter green eyes with low set, thick and positively tilted eyebrows. He has an excellent jawline visibility. His skin is smooth and has great texture. He's got high set cheekbones, full lips, and he has a good hair texture. He's got a good nose shape and a good chin projection. 𝐚𝐮's main flaws are on the jaw region. His lower jaw is slightly recessed. His gonial angle is on the higher side. He has a narrower than ideal lower third. His mid-face is on the longer side, and his face shape overall is long, and it ties in with the other mentioned features. 𝐚𝐮 is a 7.9 8.5 out of 10 facially. It is a high percentile attractive face. He stands at around 5'9". His frame is decent, and his physique is lean athletic. 𝐚𝐮_𝐭 is a self-claimed looks maxer who has done a great transformation. Overall, his SMV is around 8.5 out of 10.
But, or how people want a more defined jawline. Now that's fine. There are ways to get a defined jawline, jaw exercises. You could even chew some gum daily. That'll help. That's working. Eating works your jaws out. A lot of things do that. However, kind of like getting the plastic surgery, people get it in their face and stuff like that, but at a young age. So it's like plastic surgeons are kind of nervous with how that works because they put it in the face. They know what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to kind of remove the imperfection that someone does not want in their face. However, they don't know what happens years after the fact. So people were seeing Kylie Jenner recently, and they noticed that she looked kind of older than she actually is because she's only in her late 20s. But she looks in her 30s already because she looks a bit older. And people were taking a notice to that. And plastic surgeons were weighing in on this and being like, yes, we really do not know what happens to Botox in the face after the fact, years after the fact. And we don't know what it does. Does it dissolve? Does it turn into something different? Does it turn into something that weighs the face down? We don't know. So that's one of those things I'm just kind of like, we don't need to do that. Like people were doing the surgeries where they take the fat out of their cheeks, like right here, like out of their face right here, because they don't want such round faces. They want like hollowed out cheeks. They want those really defined cheeks where they can like have that area hollowed out almost. But that's like very vital. Like that's not surface level. That's like behind muscle and stuff like that. It is very, it's pretty important to have it in your face, unless like you're older and you might need it because of like your face maybe getting weighed down or some extra fat that's maybe in your face when you're older. But right now that's not needed. That's what they say, is not needed. And people are still getting it though, and things kind of like the different filters that show drastic change in your face, like how your eyes may be at the width that they are on your face. They may change it to be a little bit wider out or a little bit closer to look more proportional, or they may change the way your eyebrows look, or they may slim down your nose, or it may take off the facial fat that you have to slim out your face, or it may change how your lips look, different things like that. And it can make people insecure because I know even like light foundation, I think that's the TikTok filter, it makes people's faces look completely airbrushed. And I know people were posting on TikTok with that filter being like, oh, I'd be so much prettier, man, I would look so much better if I didn't have any acne. No, everybody thinks that. I wish I did not have this little stuff on my face because I feel like I would look a lot better without it. There's a lot of regular ways you can get that done. There are a lot of different dermatologist approved serums and creams and stuff like that you can use. Bar soaps that help really well, like turmeric soap, black soap, those help really well. Or even if your face is really sensitive and you use a really good Dove soap that helps to fight acne, those sorts of things. There are a lot of ways to do that, unless you have like cystic acne that needs like whatever that stuff is, Accutane, I forgot what it's called, but that really harsh stuff that helps clear your face after a couple months. With the different filters and the different talks that people are having on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, especially the YouTubers who are really trying to categorize and profit off of looks maxing and different things like that. And they're taking a very vulnerable group of people and using them to profit off of maybe a product or a book or a seminar that they have, or their own scientific knowledge about how to look smacks, or how to do this, how to do that, how to change this facial feature, all those different things, when usually it's not from the most trusted of sources, or if it is from a source, it is not the best of advice you could be giving to somebody. Yeah, like I just think that it puts in a lot of insecurities people didn't even know they had before. I think that it gives people this idea that things that they never really thought were really wrong with them are now wrong with them, when it really isn't. People's facial features, like having maybe a notch or a hook on their nose or something like that, or their eyes might be a little bit more wide set, or maybe a little more close set, or they might not have the highest cheekbones ever in the world, or they might not have the sharpest jawline ever, or their lips might not be the way they want them to look, but it looks good on their face. But now, because of all these trends and TikTok filters, it makes them feel as if what they didn't think was very wrong is now weird and wrong and considered conventionally unattractive. And I just think that isn't okay, because it just brings out a lot of insecurities in people, and it makes people want to change themselves even more than I think this generation already wants to. So, especially the new younger generation. So it's not productive. It's not good for the overall landscape of the internet, with how we know people intake information and really use that to harm others and things like that. But that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about at the end of the video. I don't really remember what else I was talking about, because I think I pretty much got to all my points. I got to Dr. Cam, I got to the Sephora kids, I got to cancel tilt, all those different things, look smashing, bone smashing, and all that different stuff. But there was one video that I saw, and it was not a dermatologist, it was a cosmetologist talking about the cancel tilt thing and kind of confirming, like, yes, cancel tilt is a thing. And then everybody in the comments was like, oh bro, I'm cooked, and official talked about I'm cooked, different things like that. And I'm like, you're not cooked, you're normal, because your face is perfect and unique the way it is, and you should not be sad about the way you were born. So let's be happy with our faces, shall we? But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please share, like, with you. I saw something out the corner of my eye. I swear to God, I just got so scared, bro. Literally had a stroke. Maybe choke. Okay. Anyways, please like, comment, share with your mom, dad, cat, grandma, ferret, dog, bird, and your fish, and your playmates, or whatever, your basketball friends, all that. And subscribe, because it's Black History Month, and y'all should subscribe to me, because it's Black History Month. Do that now. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one in the next 4 months. Bye!
I will never be able to stop talking about how dehumanizing our cultural obsession with beauty is. People are so many things. People are energy. People are vibes. People are presence. People are their kindness, their meanness. People are the languages they speak, the languages they've lost. People are the traumas that they have within them, the traumas that they're healing. People are their choices. People are their words. People are their actions. People are poetry. People are art. People are creativity. People are science. People are all these different things. And the one thing that they want you to wake up and think is, oh, my skin is breaking out. It is so deeply flattening of the human existence to reduce all these beautiful dimensions of our beings to how we look, and to think that the people who look a certain way are the people who deserve all our attention, all our affection, all our love. There must be more.